It is now morning of Thursday, January 2nd, and today we're just starting the day, but we still did some stuff early this morning. We had to check out, so we decided to try one of Randy's donuts. So we decided one of their premium donuts and had the Fruit Loop covered glazed donut. It's kind of funny, we've had a lot of donuts throughout our lives, but Randy's was actually different. So it was like really light and fluffy and airy. And the Fruit Loops on top of it, like, they were still, like, soft, because that's what happens when Fruit Loops are touching wet stuff for a long time, right? But it was really good. Like, the donut was, like, you couldn't tell you were eating a donut. It just felt like you were eating glaze and Fruit Loops, so that was really neat. And then after we checked out, we came straight to Uncle John's Cafe behind me to get the steak and eggs and fried rice, because who doesn't want a good, cool combo of American and Asian food? So now we've finished up. We're gonna go back to the car and we're gonna go to the Bradley building and the Central Market to see it when it's open. And we will check back in probably around over there. Alright, so we're here in front of the Bradbury building. We were able to get in. We found parking literally right in front, which was really lucky. And it's really cool inside. There's a lot of like Victorian style and Victorian era items throughout the building. Unfortunately, you can't go above the first floor, essentially. Like, you could go up the stairwell, but you can't go to the second floor because it's actually a still active building. So they still have tenants and they still have businesses and offices that are run through it. And another cool thing though is that the entire lobby is still available for you to see, and they have like the old style elevator. You're not allowed to use it, but it is still really cool to see. One strange, I guess, rule, I suppose, is you can't take photos with a standard camera. You have to use your cell phone. Like, there were two guards on the first floor, and they were both like, hey, don't use your camera, use your cell phone. Not really sure why. I know that some of our cell phones are actually better than cameras, so that was okay. But now we're gonna head over to the Central Market, which is literally right across the street. Alright, so we've just finished our walkthrough of the Grand Central Market across the street. We're currently in Blue Bottle, of all places. And the inside of the market was actually really bustling. It was super crowded, tons of places. You can get anything there. There's like falafel, there's Vietnamese, there's Chinese, there's Mexican, there was all, like, anything you could think of was there. And we just ate at Uncle John's, so we're not terribly hungry. But we did see a really cool ice cream shop called McConnell's. It's actually based out of Santa Barbara, but they have a little shop in there. And they had flavors I have not seen before, namely Turkish coffee, which was amazing. And they also had the Earl Grey with shortbread cookie. I've seen Earl Grey ice cream before, but not mixed with other items. So I decided to try them. It was really cool. A single scoop is actually 2 scoops of your choice. It could be mixed or not. So I went for the single scoop of both the Turkish coffee and the Earl Grey. And the Turkish coffee was so true to its name. It was almost, it had a bitter aftertaste. Like, that's how strong the coffee was. You could see the grind in it, and you could chew on the grind inside the Turkish coffee flavor. And then the Earl Grey one was really richly Earl Grey. You could definitely tell from it the moment it touches your lips. And the shortbread cookie inside of it really cut into the tea, which was really nice. So I would definitely suggest, if you ever come by, to either go to Santa Barbara or if you come by to the Grand Central Market, to try the ice cream over there. It's really good. They had other flavors that I was interested in, but it's all good. There's also a huge light display at one end of Grand Central Market that's right across the street from the Angel Flight. And it's really cool because it stays on even when the place is closed, but it celebrates everything that's in there. So it has elements from every culture representing the food there. And it's really neat. It's got like a calavera skull in the middle of it, and it's got a really cool design to it. And it just feels like a really cool piece of street art in motion that really displays what is available inside of the market. So it was really neat. We are gonna head out now, but we're waiting on some coffee, so we'll check back with you after we head out to our next location. Alright, so we're here at Santa Monica Pier. As you can imagine, it's pretty loud because of all the waves. But we finished our time over at the Grand Central Market and the Bradbury building, and so we decided to come to Santa Monica Pier so we could see it during the daytime. It's got a lot of really cool stuff here. There's a carousel that's only $1 for kids and like $2 for adults or something like over there. And there's also a really cool aquarium underneath the pier at the front of the pier that you go in. It's like $7 or something to get in. But yeah, so they have a lot of really cool things here to take up your time. You could definitely spend a day at the pier. One interesting thing that we found out is the parking. You can park on the pier. They have like a whole section for it, and it's only like $2.50 an hour or something like that. So it's decently priced for what it is, and the location's really good because there's still the Pacific Park above us with all the roller coasters and different like other like carnival rides. So I'd say Santa Monica Pier is definitely worth checking out because daytime or nighttime, because at nighttime they've got all the beautiful light displays going on all the rides, and during the day it's just really like it's really popular. There's a lot of people going around, and parking here is not really all that much. So it's a pretty cool place. After this we're going to be headed over to Malibu, so we'll check in when we get there. Hello from the top of a mountain. We're currently at Knapp's Castle. So shortly after we left Santa Monica Pier, we decided that we wouldn't have enough time to stop by Malibu. So we did the 2.5-hour drive up towards Knapp's Castle. And on the way over, we got a little hungry, so we stopped by a Shake Shack that was over in Thousand Oaks. Charlie just got Shake Shack standard burger, and then I got myself a hot dog, which was pretty good, and then we got the cranberry apple lemonade, which is really awesome. The drive over here through 101 was super pretty. A little congested in some parts for sure. There's definitely some places where you notice the patterns of traffic just were like weird. And then we also were stopped because they're doing construction coming up the mountain towards towards the area of Knapp's Castle. But apparently Knapp's Castle is actually being restored. So at first we asked a passerby, and they said the house is being built here. So we were like, wow, someone, you know, bought a house or bought the land and decided to build it here. But as I was looking around, I got here first. The guy who's doing the building, I asked him, I was like, so is the house just being built on the ruins? And he said, no, it's being restored. Like, we are restoring, this is a restoration project. So there's only one known photo of what Knapp's Castle used to look like back in 1890, and so he's using that basically as the best way he knows how. That and historical archives is what he was telling me, to try and recreate everything. Like, the stone is all from the same quarry, which is here in the mountain, and they're wet sand rock stone is what he called it, I think he said. Yeah, no, it seems to be a pretty passionate project of his, and it's really awesome. And it's also a privately funded endeavor, so he wanted the project to be done 13 years ago. But he said it should be about 6 more months until it's done. After this, after we're done taking in that amazing view, we're going to be headed to Sloveng, which is a European-inspired city or town or whatnot. They have like this Euro-inspired area over there, so we're going to hit that up, and then we're going to go straight back home. So I will check back in after we are in Sloveng. Alright, so after we made our short hike back from Knapp's Castle, we went straight to Solvang, which is a small, very European-inspired town. Now, we thought it was just like a street or something. No, it's the entire town is fashioned after like Dutch and just overall European influence of the houses and everything. It seems to be a perpetual Christmas, what do you call it? Christmas, like, not markets, but Christmas-themed shops around. Like, Santa is everywhere, and I know Christmas just happened, but they are still there. So there's a lot of things going on over there. Now, I would say that it would be really cool to see this place during the daytime, but during the nighttime they have all the lights on, which is really cool. We decided to come down to the Copenhagen sausage garden, and we got to try the one from Denmark and 2 from Germany. We had like a currywurst and a bratwurst, and then we also had a Rødplosh, and all of them were really good. Oh, and we also got a schnitzel with a mushroom gravy, which was really nice. So as far as I remember it, that's a Jaeger schnitzel, but they just called it schnitzel. It was overall really good, a little pricey, but overall is a really good meal, so I enjoyed it. We also got a pretzel and some buns on the side. We're gonna try our hardest to make the 4-hour drive back to San Jose. Whether or not we make it there is kind of, we'll see. If traffic's good to us, then we'll check in at the airport. If not, then, oh well, we have the car for an extra charge. So yeah, we will check in after we've pretty much round up and gone home. So yeah, see you then.
Alright, and we are now in my mom's garage, and this is going to end our New Year's LA trip. It's a lot colder up here in Northern California. Must be at least like a 35-degree difference, but anyhow, we're tired. The return at the car rental was easy. Took less than 5 minutes, and we made it just on time, so alright. Happy New Year, and until the next series.